Do you know what I'm talking about? There's little tiny pockets where I can see Robin and Carl for a moment. It's a split second, and it kills the momentum of the scene.
Okay.
Like, it feels to me like it's rolling, and then there's just a little tiny gap where it just needs to be filled so that you can kind of connect to how you get to that moment.
Okay.
These little tiny mini bridges.
Okay.
Does this make sense?
Yeah.
Do you recognize this at all?
I recognize
For
it.
example, like when you guys are fighting and I can see a small awareness that you got to turn out to us so we see you. Little things like that I
Yeah.
don't want you to worry about.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Like over here, Carl,
Yeah.
I can see that, and I see the actor for a second, and I don't want to.
Yeah.
These are so fine-tuning little things, like.
The blocking kind of.
But again, it's like you're beyond the blocking. I don't care
Okay.
about the blocking anymore. I just want real people, and you're sacrificing these great characters and truth for correct blocking.
Yeah, stupid.
It doesn't make any sense as far as like what's
Yeah.
more important. Don't fall out of the role to make sure that you're that I see your face instead of the back of your head. We can always move the camera.
Yeah.
I think I would like you to also look into why do you talk to her and bring up the play at the beginning? Why do you say to her you were good? What are you going to get out of that? Because the reality is, you're sitting there in the theater.
And it was terrible.
It was terrible, and you were embarrassed. I assume. Like, embarrassed that she was in the play, and she was the worst thing in the bad play.
Yeah.
And you could probably hear people talking, or they're like looking at each other like, oh my God, it's her again. And so, what do you
To
get
make
out
her
of?
feel a little better.
But the goal is to get her to quit, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
So how is that going to get her to quit?
It would just make my life a little easier.
Well, no. If you want her to quit, why would you say to her she was good? What do you get out of that? Any ideas?
Just to keep things, can I say?
Keep the peace.
Just to keep things nice to get home and
Yeah.
just everything be okay and
Yeah.
just get through the next day.
Mhm.
Yeah, I
That
mean, that's
kind
what.
of-
Well,
Get through
I
the
mean,
day.
you can think a little bit about it was such a devastating, horrible play that you won already.
So now I can throw her a bone.
You could throw her a bone because she already knows it was a nightmare. So you've already won. On the other hand, if she was brilliant, I don't think you would be giving her a compliment.
No, I'd be more upset.
You'd be more upset.
I
So
wouldn't say anything. I'd
what
say
I'm exactly, you wouldn't say anything. But there's a certain command that I think you need to bring to him. Like, I understand that she sort of takes over, but I think it might be interesting if at the beginning of the scene as well, that you feel like I'm in control. I knew she sucked. She knows she sucks. We're done probably for a while. I don't have to deal with this crap because look at
She's
her.
not going to go back up.
So let that bring out maybe a sense of grounded confidence in you. And that's what I think you're recognizing, is that the only time he gives me a compliment is he knows that I know it was terrible.